If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what Epic Universe is. But for those who don't, here's a quick summary. Epic Universe is Universal's newest theme park, and it marks a major milestone. It's the first new theme park to open in Orlando in over 25 years. In that time, nearly every park currently in Orlando has undergone major transformation since opening, especially with all of the additions between 1971 and 1999 versus 1999 to now. We've gotten basically nothing. So this is a monumental moment for the industry, as this will be the first theme park to open in years. Excitement is building around as Epic Universe inches closer to its official debut. Stella Nova, the park's first hotel, has already opened its doors, Terra Luna is close right behind it to open this March, and by May 22nd, all of Epic Universe will be fully open to the public. With such a massive addition to Universal's lineup, it's natural to wonder what the next 5 years will look like for the resort. Typically, opening a new theme park means there's less urgency to introduce major attractions for a while. However, Universal's existing parks definitely need some attention. We discussed this a lot in my last video. I broke down everything Universal needs to add into the parks, including updates for Epic Universe itself. But a lot of the comments from that video got me thinking. A lot of you were suggesting new lands for Epic Universe, which raises an interesting point. This park was designed with the expansion in mind, and there are plenty of rumors about potential expansions already for Epic Universe, including the much discussed Dark Universe and Super Nintendo World editions, with the highly rumored Creature from the Black Lagoon boat ride and a rumored Luigi's Mansion dark ride. Both are highly speculated to arrive within a few years after the park's opening. But beyond these, what would a sixth land be? We know that Universal wants to add a sixth land to this park. I feel like that's a given. Currently, Epic Universe is set to feature the Central Hub Celestial Park, surrounded by 4 themed lands: Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. These represent some of Universal's most prominent franchises, with How to Train Your Dragon really being the only one standing out as a wild card. While this is a DreamWorks property and it has been included in Universal Beijing as a show, it hasn't really been heavily utilized in the US. Though the addition of DreamWorks land at Universal Studios Florida shows the company's commitment to the partnership. Now, one intriguing possibility for a new land, which was widely speculated in my last video, is a Lord of the Rings land. I brought up how Universal should add these to some of the existing parks like Studios or Islands of Adventure, but a lot of you were suggesting just building a ground-up land at Epic Universe, which the more I thought about, I do agree. But something to also really think about is there are a lot of rumors of Universal using this franchise at Universal Studios Great Britain. Universal Studios Great Britain isn't announced yet. There's just been a lot of speculation. We know that Universal is trying to get the government to allow them to build this park, and it looks like it's going to happen. I mean, I would be shocked if it didn't. So with Universal Studios Great Britain, it raises a lot of questions on what will also come to that park. Lord of the Rings has been a massive speculation for that, and obviously if that's successful there, why not bring it to some of the US parks? So if this comes to fruition, it would not be surprising for Universal to bring it to Epic Universe. However, Universal could also go all in on a ground-up design, creating entirely new attractions around the Lord of the Rings franchises, similar to how they do Harry Potter and the other parks, how there's Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, and Ministry of Magic. The potential for this land is limitless. I mean, you have a medieval world filled with wizards, hobbits, unique characters and creatures, and breathtaking landscapes. Entire scenes from the movies could become immersive rides. Whether you go with the massive dark ride, an innovative stage show, you can easily build numerous attractions around different scenes from the movies. There's a lot of rich source material, and with Universal's history of innovation, they could easily put Lord of the Rings as the 6th park. Now, another exciting possibility would be a land inspired by Wicked. The Broadway play has been a massive success for years, cementing its status as one of the most popular productions of all time. Pair that with The Wizard of Oz, arguably the most iconic film ever made. And now you have this new movie that only adds to the momentum of this franchise. It has become one of Universal's biggest box office hits, and for good reason. The movie's incredible, and the play is even better. What makes a Wicked land so intriguing is the creative flexibility it offers. Universal wouldn't necessarily need to stick strictly to Wicked itself. They could build an expansive Wizard of Oz themed land with attractions that tie into both the classic movie and Wicked. While that doesn't really make sense canonly, the potential is there. Imagine walking through the vibrant land of Oz or the halls of Shiz University with immersive rides and experiences that bring the world to life. Universal has shown interest in this IP before. They tried building a Wicked/Wizard of Oz experience in Japan, That bombed. However, they did recently add the massive Wicked Shop to studios that has been massively successful. It seems they're testing the waters again around this franchise, and especially with this new movie that is just insanely successful, now is the perfect time to capitalize on this opportunity. If you build a ground-up landed epic universe, that could easily be the best approach. However, let's dive into some more wildcard topics, some more intriguing ideas. Now, this might sound crazy, but Universal could really draw an inspiration from Halloween Horror Nights for this sixth land. What do I mean by that? Well, take your associated franchises that Universal has worked with in the past, maybe on numerous occasions, and see if you can turn a popular haunted house into a permanent dark ride or a permanent land. Perfect example, Stranger Things. Universal has created Horror Nights houses for every season of the show, and every time it's been the most popular house in the event. Now, Stranger Things will conclude later this year in 2025 with its final season, but the franchise's enduring appeal makes it a strong candidate for expansion into the parks. Universal already partners with Netflix a lot for Horror Nights, so it's not a stretch to imagine a larger partnership here. Building Hawkins as a themed area, complete with a dark ride, roller coaster, or even an entire land featuring multiple attractions would be a dream come true for fans. I know people like me would literally be drooling for this land to happen. And especially once you create a partnership with Netflix, the library you then have for future expansions is wild. Perfect example, Squid Game. Imagine a coaster ride, even a walkthrough attraction, something. Squid Game is popular. I'm shocked no theme park has really tried to create this yet. Now, I'm not saying they're making a Squid Game land. That's not happening. But creating a Squid Game attraction somewhere would be a genius idea. Another avenue to explore is a video game-based attraction or land. I feel like if you convert most video game franchises to lands, it'd be a dream come true for fans of the franchise. Universal does have a history of dabbling in this space. During Horror Nights, they've used Resident Evil in the past. We saw recently they were using Last of Us, and now we know that a Last of Us 2 house is heavily rumored for this year. So Universal could easily take this IP and transform it into a fully immersive land, wandering through that post-apocalyptic world brought to life with detailed sets, thrilling attractions, interactive elements. Another post-apocalyptic franchise I think would work even better as a theme park land that I would kill to see happen, Fallout. This is another IP that is heavily rumored for Halloween Horror Nights this year, so Universal could easily be working to create a Fallout experience for Horror Nights, and why not just take it to the next level and build a permanent land. Picture a dark ride or a land set in the aftermath of that apocalyptic event, immersing guests in an eerie dystopian environment. The possibilities for storytelling and theming are endless. On a broader scale, the video game market remains a largely untapped goldmine for theme parks, with Nintendo World really being the only one to exist, and look how popular that's been. The success of similar concepts, such as the upcoming Minecraft areas coming to the Merlin parks, prove there's room for more. You could even say titles like Fortnite, love it or hate it, would be a massive draw and an undeniable moneymaker. So when it comes to leveraging video game and horror IPs, Universal feels like the perfect candidate to lead the charge. Whether it's through Netflix franchises like Stranger Things, or through video game franchises like Last of Us or Fallout, or another property entirely that I may have not thought of, the creative potential for a sixth land at Epic Universe is enormous. So what do you think? Comment down below if you would like to see any of these ideas become a reality, and I want to know your own vision for this sixth land. Comment down below what you think a perfect sixth land would be for Epic Universe. Additionally, if you're interested in any high quality POVs or off-ride footage, we have it all here at Theme Park Hunting, so be sure to check out my second channel, TPH Productions. It'll be in the link in the description down below. And with that, this is Hunter from Theme Park Hunting, and I will see you all later.